like, I'm glad that you know. Because
we're talking about something actually serious. Forget that we're kiki here. It's actually very serious. Hi everyone. Yeah, I feel like it's been a long time. I haven't posted it like forever, but anyway, welcome back to Couch Conversations. Welcome to my channel.
Technically, we're not on a couch.
But yeah, just
I don't
imagine. Imagine that this is a couch.
No problem.
Welcome to Dining Table Conversations, guys. So my name is Ursula Sebastine, and today I have a very special. I have a special guest, Tips. So when you get to know more about her as we go, but let's just get the greases out of the way. This is your first time coming to the channel. Hugs and kisses to you, and if you're returning, hugs and kisses to you too. Now we're talking about something actually serious. Forget that we're kiki here. It's actually very serious.
What's wrong with you?
Introduce yourself.
Hi guys, my name is Officially. I'm a lifestyle content creator based in Toronto, Canada. Yeah.
So it's okay. Speak up.
What you see is what you get. Okay.
Now you have met her. Today we're talking about something quite serious. You know, you saw the video that made the rounds a couple of weeks ago.
No, we are not going to insert it.
Yes,
here.
we are not inserting it, but just
the girl has faced enough.
Exactly. Let the girl have her time. But it's really just around loneliness in Canada. It's a huge issue. Exactly. And it's I feel like I really wanted to speak to someone who came through a different stream than I did. I came as a student. She came as yes, she came as a permanent resident.
And older, older.
So she had a different kind of experience. With me, immediately I landed, I hit the ground running. Like I already had like a community-ish, like classmates and stuff.
Yeah.
So it was easy for me to like go for. I mean, I'm always, looking for.
She's always outside.
I'm always looking for ways to meet people, so they would have like Taco Tuesdays. Like I was always going out, so there wasn't that much of a struggle. But I'm curious, how was your experience coming in?
I think for me, if I'm being very honest, I didn't really.
That's the only option.
I mean, I can lie. It's edited, so I landed as a PR, like she said, but I landed about officially a year and change now. So June last year, but I say a year and change because I never really moved to this place till January. But I had a really close friend here, right? So I landed with her, stayed in the house. So in terms of initial shock of I'm in a new country, not necessarily, because I'd also done my master's in the UK by myself. But doing a master's and going to school where I'm forced to have a community because of your classmates.
Yeah, just like how I moved.
Exactly. It's a bit different from coming as a PR. Everybody's already working. People already have that community of friends. But I was lucky I landed with my friend. However, it didn't change the fact that I still battled loneliness. I'm very, very, very close to my siblings. And I didn't realize it at the time because they were always like I'm short away. But then you come all the way to North America, which is like minimum 9 hour flight. And time difference. Oh my god, that was the biggest one. It really was the biggest one. Things would have happened, would have gisted themselves, would have called each other, have seen missed calls, me have been waking up. The gist is dead. So in terms of loneliness, and I also had like a friend.
Let's keep it at that.
A very, very good friend. I mean, if I'm being honest, we were dating we weren't dating, but we eventually started dating, but it was pseudo romantic. And so he was very, very helpful in helping me settle in. He's a solid guy, 10 over 10. So initially I didn't feel the oh my god new country. Obviously it was a new country. I traveled quite a bit before moving, but I didn't feel that shocker like oh my god initially. However, day by day, because of the drastic routine change, I was still working an African job, meaning I was working Lagos and Kenyan time, Lagos and Nairobi time, it started to hit me like, this is very different. This is weird. I couldn't just randomly go out and say I'm going to a lounge.
Yeah.
Everything is planned here.
Yeah.
And you have to plan with people weeks in advance.
Adulting.
So listen, so it was unlike Lagos where someone just text, if you're outside, not really, on the Taco Tuesday, I'll go.
Yeah.
Or if somebody is doing games nights in the house, I'll go. I didn't really know anybody, and Ofre liked to be out, so I'll go with her out. But I was also thinking about money because I wasn't earning yet.
Yeah.
So in terms of loneliness, I think it became in my head. I had people I could access, but my routine change was a big thing for me.
Yeah.
Not being able to just hop on a plane and fly to see my sisters was a big thing for me. So I struggled there quite a bit.
Yeah.
I think my biggest struggle, to be honest, was job search.
I feel like that's a whole new video. That's a whole new video.
But yeah, in terms of loneliness, and also my personality is, everybody thinks I'm an extrovert.
Yeah.
But I'm an ambivert.
Oh God.
But
that's a whole new video too.
But so I'm in the middle. For people who don't understand what that means, it means I'm in the middle. It means I have both extroverted and introverted personalities. It's a mix. But because of that side of me, I'm able to like catch on to things. To be like, oh, let me go somewhere. Let's see. Smile to someone. Start a conversation or join a conversation. But I also know that even for me who's an ambivert, it was still a struggle. Like things are very different here than Nigeria.
Exactly, which is what I wanted to touch on as well. Like, could it also be the way the country is? Because
of course,
there are some countries where you would move. Like, I imagine if someone was moving to Nigeria to leave, they won't feel as lonely because
somebody has pulled you for no one.
Exactly.
Yeah, but
everyone is minding their own business. Yeah.
The culture shock was big for me. Everybody kind of is doing their own thing. And then when they hear it, again, with us that we have platforms, people forget to pulse check and actually check if we're okay. People think because I'm posting that I'm at a day party or I went for brunch, that means I'm okay. No. Content creating is like a job.
Yes, real life.
I enjoy it. Yeah. Yes, I'm very authentic and original about what I post. But the truth is, I will keep on posting. If I want to work with a brand, if I got PR packages, I will still post that. Does that mean I'm not posting and then going to cry? No. So I feel like that's also a thing when people feel like you're in quote living the life. And you know this whole notion that, oh, you moved to Canada now, you're chopping the life. I say, is it gold they used to pave the floor?
You know, there's this video of Hawa that when she says people are saying, oh, economy is hard, and then people in diaspora be like, oh, it's not so hard. You guys can enjoy it. She's like, Judith, come back home. Judith, come back home. I'm like, yeah, I get it. Like different realities for people.
Yeah, it's not that straightforward.
Yeah, it's not. It really isn't. But I think a lot of people that are watching the video are people who are either planning to move to Canada for studies or and they're in the beginning stages of settling in. How were you able to manage it? Like, it seems like you found a rhythm now. It's 1 year on.
I found a rhythm.
Yeah, you have a rhythm.
That was the toxic job. I got laid off from the toxic. Listen,
oh my
so
God,
many
it's
videos.
a whole video. I swear down. But how have you begun? Like, what are if you had to bulk it into 3 main things that you did to help you handle the loneliness?
I think a big part of this entire thing has really been faith, and I know that it's a little but I genuinely feel like in times where I was low and down and under, having the anchor in God to know that I'm here for a reason, I'm here for a purpose, and having my church community as well. They may not know it, but having a place that I go to that I'm regular at also made me feel like, I'm not by myself. Also, I had a community. So I would say if you're planning to come here, be open to doing things for the first time.
Yeah.
You have to be open to going to a games night where you know nobody. And maybe only the person that invited you is maybe somebody you met on Twitter. That you don't really know her last name. You have to be open to doing that. You have to be open to going to places by yourself to solo dates. Because the truth is, if Tobano Kumole, and I'm going to translate that in English, if you tie yourself in the house, like if you lock yourself in the house, you will struggle mentally. Yeah. That's just it. So as much as you can, do the fun things in Toronto. I'm guilty of this. I didn't start doing fun things till I felt a bit more settled. That's because the type of person that I am, if I don't have my career thriving, I feel like I shouldn't be enjoying. That's a whole other thing. But be open to doing new things. Offering will go for salsa dance in summer.
Shout out to Offering.
Listen, go for salsa dancing. You know, I'm like, fam, that would I never. There's so many things I've done now. Like I've tried raw fish. Like it's just I've tried like roadside Jamaican cuisine. Like you have to be open to doing new things because that's really where you can start to build kindred family. Yeah,
and especially with we're here in Toronto, which is one of the most diverse cities. You literally meet people from 10 different countries once you walk on the street. So it's like it gives you that feeling like you're not alone in this, because other people have also left their home countries to come here.
I think also the struggle with people is that yes, I see colored people and I see black and brown people, but nobody's exactly talking to me. So that's what I'm saying, like let's start from people within your outer circle, people who you follow on Instagram. Send somebody a random DM.
Yes.
I know it's very harrowing because first of all I don't really see my DMs because the way Instagram has broken down our messaging is once you have the business account, you have a hidden request or something I don't see for weeks, but still comment on somebody's post, be like, oh hey, I said you didn't do that. Like do the things you naturally do. Rejection does not care anybody.
It's only no.
You cannot bring pain and flog you.
It's just no.
And for me, like what I will also do is I will be friendly with my friends' friends. They won't become my friends because friendship for me is a big thing. But I will be a whole other video. But I will be friendly with them. I would, if they invite me somewhere, I will go. Like, do you understand? I will say hi to them. I'll be warm towards them. Like I would make them my outer circle, and that's fine with me. So you have to be comfortable with stepping out of your comfort zone and doing things that you would naturally not need to do in Nigeria. In Nigeria, there's some. In fact, if you go to a typical Lagos wedding, half the people there in the after party don't know the couple. That's just what
90%.
I'm telling you. Somebody told somebody that told somebody that but like that, that does not happen here at
you can't
all.
Do that.
In fact, it's possible that your friend will be getting married and they will not invite you because
you hear it on social media.
Amount of people that they have in terms of planning per head, you don't reach your side.
Please, dollar is $1,000 to $1 right now, so it's you have to plan properly.
Exactly, it's very different here. So that to combat loneliness, you must be at the very least open. It's not easy, especially if you're like an introvert who doesn't really talk, but you have to be open to. You have to be open to that.
Try anything. I think another thing that I found was also helpful is because a lot of, I'll speak for Nigerians. I do have a lot of other like Indians on this channel too. So
really?
So when I'm going to speak for Nigerians, you know how a lot of I'm not saying a lot, but a number of people that I've spoken to, and actually I'm guilty of that. When I moved here, I was like, I don't want to be part of the Nigerian community yet. I just want to meet other people. I'm being honest. I just want to meet other people because in my mind I was like, if I wanted just Nigerian community, I could have stayed back in Nigeria.
No, do you have passport? You said I could have stayed back.
Seriously. If I wanted to just have a Nigerian, I would have stayed back. But I think that's, and I'm not the only. I'm not saying that was like the best line of reasoning, but I'm saying that that's what it.
No, I'm not saying it's not true, but I'm just saying like, and I've heard a lot of people say that
exactly
stay away from. It's also because. So a lot of those experiences with the Nigerian community has not been great. However, you cannot use a single paintbrush
I think
to brush over the
for me it wasn't because my experience in Nigerians
you just wanted that
exactly because I had been with a lot of I'm Nigerian myself and I was like, you know what, I want to meet other people. So I'm like, at the end of the day, where you'd find that genuine communities, people that you have very similar and shared interests with. I mean, with Nigerians, you guys know what you can chat and crack the same jokes. You know what Owambe is. You can literally
Owambe is a party that
yes, Owambe is literally a Nigerian party, typically Yoruba party for the most part. But at least there's that similarity. Trust me, I go to a lot of Owambe parties. Like
too many to count.
I wish you could literally carry that and bring here. It would be the best. But anyway, but I think that's something that I also found was helpful to me to, yes, be open to meeting and building community with other cultures, but also when you find your own people, hold them.
I think so. I genuinely think that it's a topic that is not talked about enough, and everyone just says, trust me, like people move for different reasons. I moved because I was at the forefront of the NSARS movement, and I saw what happened, and it really broke my heart, and it just felt like I had a toxic relationship with Nigeria, and I needed something else but that. So I would always be Nigerian, but I can be Canadian Nigerian.
Yeah.
So I was like, I need some peace of mind.
Space.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I need some space from this relationship, and so I left. But like the thing is, everybody moved for different reasons, and so for me, I'm like, what is your reason? Focus on that as well. Every time you're down, you're under, you're going through it, find your reason.
Yeah.
That's helped me, because me, I know I'm here for one reason, and one reason really, truly, only.
The blue, man.
Bruh.
Very important.
So like I know, and so for every time I'm getting frustrated for when they laid me off my job, for when I was just mentally struggling, when my ex and I broke up, and I was whipping buckets, I would always remember like everything is sucky right now, but I have a goal. I have to complete my project. So for me, that has also helped anchor me. Besides faith, besides community, focusing on my goal has helped anchor me to keep me focused on why I'm here. So like
another thing that I don't know, I feel like we don't have time to talk about this, so maybe it should be a preamble for another video, is the dating scene in Canada. Hey! Listen! I have had like 2 million comments. People
do not bring the conversation.
I feel like
Toronto man, first of all, PSA to all of you, Toronto, you people need to do better. It's not okay.
Oh my god.
This way you are moving is not okay. Let me just put that out there.
I swear, like I feel like it should be a different
110%.
video. So we're gonna keep it for part 2.
Part 2.
Yeah, exactly. So you guys better stay tuned for it, because I know, like when I was moving, I had elder cousins. Because the reason I was moving was to go to school, right? I was coming to do my MBA, so that was priority for me. I wanted to do my MBA like years before, but I was engaged at that point, and I was like, okay, let me stay back for it. And please, stories. It didn't work out. But I'm like, imagine if. If I had like put myself first and like moved by myself, but anyway, I eventually did. I feel like we're supposed to keep this for another video. Now we started, but it's still going to be another video. But my point is, my elder cousins were like, "Oh, you don't have a relationship? Are you sure you don't want to have like a man first before moving?" I'm like,
no,
nothing is holding me back here.
To all the young, beautiful ladies watching this, I don't care what color your skin is. Do not let a man hold you back to stop you from doing anything.
Hallelujah.
I remember having a conversation with my boyfriend partner, and we're talking about plans and goals and stuff, and he actually said to me, he goes, I know that if I do this type of thing to you, you resent me for. I'm like, I was like, I'm glad that because I cannot imagine. Everybody thinks it's cute to stop your life for a person, but the reality of life is the only person that is worth stopping my life for is God. Every other person is you make compromises and sacrifices. I feel like we're delving into the actual video.
Exactly, but I wanted to tie.
Point is, do your PR. Let's be correct.
Well, see, I wanted to tie it into the topic of being lonely, because I feel like, especially with most
I
feel like when they move here, they immediately expect to at least find people that have similar interests.
That means you will what? You will sleep.
Oh my god. Like you will cry in your closet for a long time. But honestly, if it happens,
just bring your man from where you're coming from. People should move together.
No, but even if you don't and you're a single person, like
you always find community. Don't think that it's the end of the world.
Exactly. Don't let the singleness now translate to loneliness. No, like that's an unhealthy point of view.
You need to be accountable to no one.
Except God.
Seriously. Now I can't sleep. I'm on FaceTime. I will sleep if I'm single. Nobody. What are you talking about?
No, yeah, because especially for the single people, if you're moving here, you're moving by yourself, no family, no partner.
You can always build community.
Build community. Like if it happens and you become paired with someone and you're dating, great, perfect. But if not, there's great friendships that you can form. Like I met Tifa for the first time here, like moving here, and I met a lot of other great friends that I've made when I moved here. Precisely. Right, and I moved as a single person. Yes. So it's like don't let it then become
a thing.
Yeah, and then you're not making.
And I promise you, everybody's going to try and make it a thing when you're moving. Like, oh, my mother said this. Like, she was just concerned, worried, and it's always typically is from a place of love. It's with friends and family. Yeah, everyone's kind of like, oh, so what's going to happen now? And the truth is, I will always say to anybody, whether you're a man, you're a woman, doesn't matter. It's better to be happily single than in a relationship with
Preach, amen. This is where we pass.
Let me tell you something.
Offering baskets.
Listen,
offering baskets.
Because there's no need for that hard. Especially a person like me, where I've always typically worn my heart on my sleeve, even with friendships. I'd rather be by myself. Yeah. Focus on my Jesus. Yeah. Focus on my purpose. Focus on my career. Focus on my content. Than be in a situation where I'm constantly like sad and crying. Sweetheart, I know you're looking at me like, oh, whatever, man. Do you know how long it took me to get here? You don't need it. You don't need to go through what we've been through. You don't need it.
That's the purpose for this channel, really, and these videos, is to share our experiences, and because I know that there are some similarities that you can pick up, just so that you don't make the same mistakes. You don't need to. You can literally.
Somebody else has done it.
Exactly.
Pick the lesson and keep it moving.
Keep it moving. Okay, I feel like we've gone past 22 minutes.
Okay.
But anyway, this is where we wrap up. I think I'm going to still bring her for another video, because especially that relationship one.
I have gems to drop for you guys.
Honestly, like you guys are going to want to stay tuned for that one. We're going to have to record that. You should come to my house to do that one. Yes, you feed me. Listen, I got you. We're going to do the relationship one on my couch. So you want to stay
properly couch conversation.
Exactly, not dining table conversation. But yes, on that note, thank you so much for being on my channel, and thank you for staying all the way to the end of this video. I know it's a little longer than what's going on here.
Please, okay.
It's a little longer than my usual video, but trust me, if you stay to the end, to this moment, I'm sure you enjoyed. Tell the truth. Tell yourself the truth. You enjoyed it.
That's why you're here.
Exactly. So thank you so much, and I hope to see you in the next one. Until then, stay beautiful. Bye.
Bye.